Welcome to the channel. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I'm greatly appreciative of it. It is early in the morning, and I just figured I'd just make this video to kind of give you guys an update on some things that has been going on. Some of you know about it. I posted on my man, husband, father channel of a emergency that came up. But anyway, before I even get into that, I appreciate you guys all being there. You are watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. Do not forget to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel that's called Man, Husband, Father. Everything I ask you guys to do on this channel, make sure you do it over there. So let me give you guys a little bit of a rundown, because y'all probably seen that I did not hardly do any posting over the weekend. So if you read the title, you see pretty much what it says. It says tragedies, emergencies, how do you respond in crisis? So typically what I do a whole lot of filibustering before I actually get into the subject here. But while I see some of you guys are in there, I want to just say hello to all of you guys. Mrs. Clayton, Marshall Null, Vicky, Terry Prince, Victoria, Terry, Double D is in the house. Simon Petkopolis is in the house. I'll give you guys a chance to kind of get in here. That way I can shout you guys out since y'all are all in here right now. Auntie J.A. is in the house. Simon again. All right. So this is going to be probably, I'm going to go ahead and get started, folks, because this is going to be for the people that are going to be watching this video later. So if you do not know this, on last week on, gosh, I think it was Thursday, I posted on my man, husband, father channel. What's going on, Cheryl? Um, I posted on my man, husband, father channel that I got a call from my wife, and she was stuck. Her car shut off on her. Well, she couldn't start the car back up, rather. So, of course, she's in a panic, whatever like that. And one of the first things my wife does, she calls me, even though I told her she can call the towing services, whatever like that. My wife, the way she is, which is fine, she's like, well, if the tow man is going to come, she know most likely it's going to be a man that's going to come. She still wants me to be there with her. She's like, I'd rather have you be there with me. So when they take the car, if they need to take the car anyway, I posted on my man, husband, father channel that these are some of the things that as a husband that you're going to have to deal with and that you got to go through, which is no big deal. So I took off work early, drove to where my wife was, gave her a jump start, took the battery to AutoZone. They tested the battery. The battery was completely dead. Okay. So bought my wife a new battery. And guys, my wife has a little bitty car, right? She has a little car. And the battery, I kid you not, her battery probably doesn't even weigh 10, 15 pounds. It's a little battery for her little car. And that battery was like 250 some dollars for that little battery. Anyway, that's not even the issue. That was just one of the things that came up. That's just one of the things that came up, okay? One of the things that came up was that. So, we got that taken care of. Well, then I get a message from one of my good friends. His baby passed away, right? He has a son that's been battling a rare condition for at least almost a year. And his son has been down here in Barnes Jewish Hospital for this complete time. And he's a minister just like I am. He already has an older daughter, probably 6, 7 years old. But his young son, who's like he was barely over 1.5 years old. He was battling a really rare condition. So of course, we praying and everything like that. Hopefully that his baby made a full recovery, whatever like that. His son has been a fighter. There's pictures of his son. He posted, along his battling journey that his son has been having, and he stuck it in there with his son. So it's like, whenever you have something like this happen, a lot of people reach out to you. And understand this. If you listen, I'm just being real with you guys. If you are that type of person where your friends reach out to you in tragedy. You need to understand the reason why they're reaching out to you, because naturally they feel like you are a person that they can go to. They may feel that you are stronger. They may feel that you may be able to provide some type of comforting word. And by you knowing that, I think it's really important that if you know that you are that person, come on, y'all, let's just be real. Throughout your life, you know there's been a lot of people that have come to you. If you are that individual where they're drawn to you, when tragedies happen, they come to you. When things happen, they come to you. Understand that's your purpose. And in that purpose, you need to ask God for his wisdom and how you should respond. Sometimes you can respond with words of comfort. If the person comes to you personally, sometimes all you need to be is just there and just be quiet. Let them talk about how great their son was. Let them talk about how precious he was. Let them talk about how much of a father he was. Don't add anything to it at all. Don't say nothing like, oh man, you know, I had a brother or a sister or a friend, they lost their child too. And no, nobody want, see, they don't want to hear about what somebody else went through. He and his wife are dealing with that right now. So the best thing that you can do, if you can read the situation right, is just offer some words of comfort. I'm so sorry this happened to you. I'm so sorry. You guys been through a whole lot. Man, you guys fought. Man, you guys prayed. You guys did everything you were supposed to do as a parent. You know, you took off work. You kept driving back and forth to St. Louis for your son. Man, that is honorable of you. You did everything a father should do. You comforted your wife. You made sure your wife was okay. Your wife was staying in the hospital for days and things like that. You did everything a husband was supposed to do for your wife, in this case with you guys as child. Now that he just, told me this uh, Saturday that his son passed away, is it's one of those deals where that's all you can do is just be there for them, folks. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. Just be there for them. That's it. And then y'all, I know it's cliche. Let me know if you need anything. I know it's cliche to say that or whatever like that. I don't ever tell nobody, let me know if you need anything at all. I just don't do that, because be original. Don't be like everybody else. If you need just tell them what they're going to do. Just, hey, I'm praying for you. Um, I'm going to set something. Let them know what you're going to do. I'm going to get with some people. I know this is going to be tragic for you guys. I'm going to set up something for you guys. We're going to make sure that for at least a week that people are going to be bringing you guys food and everything. Your wife don't have to cook. We're going to bring y'all food the whole entire week, the whole entire 7 days during the arrangements that you guys are going to make. Let me know if there's a theme you guys have, if there's a favorite toy he liked, if there's something like that. I don't know what you guys are going to do, but you tell me what you guys are going to do, and I'll let you guys know what we're going to do for you. That's what we do. Now, with that being said, we get that out of the way. So let me tell y'all the other thing that happened. So we got a little bit of a scare. My son is upgrading to a 2 bedroom apartment. He's already in his own studio apartment right now, right? I'm a co-signer for him. He's in his own apartment, been there for 2 years. He's getting ready to upgrade to a 2 bedroom apartment. Well, and for him to upgrade to a 2 bedroom apartment, of course, there's going to be a little bit more cost to it, which he's taking care of that. That's not even the thing. Before he moves out, you know how they do an inspection? They came in and did an inspection. He was letting them know, like, hey, you know, for the past week or so, he's showing them the ceiling has this crack in it. Listen to this, guys. He said the ceiling has a crack, and I'm gonna show this to you guys later on too. If you guys are around when I post this on my when I get in my studio, I'll show you guys the video and pictures. Okay. So my son sends his pictures on during the inspection. Said, Dad, I showed them this crack that's in my ceiling up there, right? So during inspection, the property management come in there. He shows the property manager the crack in the ceiling. She tells him, okay, we're going to put in a work order and get that taken care of. My son is due to move out of his efficiency apartment, his studio apartment. I'm sorry. He's due to move out of his studio apartment in October to his 2 bedroom apartment. I don't know. He's going to get a roommate or something, right? So that was Thursday. Okay. That was on Thursday. Yesterday, my son calls. This ceiling is making funny noises. This ceiling is making funny noises. What do you mean? He said, it sounds like it's like about to break or something. My wife, on the phone, get up, get out right now, right? Next thing you know, I told him to hang up the phone and call the property manager right now. He said, Dad, the ceiling is like starting to cave in. I told him, get up. We told him, get up, get out right now. Guys, what I'm going to show you guys later on is absolutely crazy. My son, we show up there, put it like this: 911 had to be called. In his apartment complex, the entire ceilings all just collapsed. My son was there with his girlfriend. While the ceiling was collapsing, he's holding up the ceiling while it's coming down. His girlfriend is running out. He has this all on video. The whole entire apartment, y'all, the whole entire apartment, ceilings came down crashing. Everything in this apartment is gone. Everything. His TVs, his PS5, his $3,000, everything in his apartment completely destroyed and gone, right? So now imagine this, that all this stuff kicked off on Thursday. All this stuff kicked off on Thursday. Um so then on so from my wife's battery going out to me taking care of that, to my good friend losing his 1.5-year-old baby, and then yesterday, here we are, my son is out of an apartment right now because the whole ceiling in his apartment just, y'all, I cannot wait to show you guys the video of it. He has it on video. Like, he was stepping back and had it on his camera out. His whole ceiling just boom, just came down crashing, and everything in his apartment is gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, one thing y'all should do if your kid is going off to college or anything like that, getting their own place, make sure they have renter's insurance. We made sure that he had renter's insurance, right? The fire department showed up. They had to put their mask on. They went inside because you don't know, guys. You just don't know. You don't know what fell all out. And then they made sure they knocked on all the doors, all the other tenants and everybody. They had to go check on them and everything. So anyway, what ended up happening, of course, is that we got a hold of the property management, let them know what was going on. They sent out their maintenance guy to come check it out, right? The maintenance guy showed up, right? He see the fire department is there, so he knows, hey, something's not right. He stepped into my son's apartment, and the first thing he said was, "What the boop? Holy boop!" He was like, "I don't know why they call me out here. There ain't nothing I can do about this." So he calls the property management. He let them know, like, hey, this is not no few panels. He's like, all the ceiling in this complex has crashed down. And then he said to my son, he said, man, you better be thinking of man above, because, ladies and gentlemen, my son woke up because he heard the ceiling cracking. He heard the crackling noise. It was that loud. And he gets up, tells his girlfriend get up while he's holding the ceiling up. He moves back and had it on video, and then it just came crashing down, right? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of just pretty much bring that to you guys, that you know that, because too often, people that do like a lot of content creation, what y'all will notice that people always want to show the good side of their life. Like, they just want to show all the good things, all the fun things, all the skittle rainbows and unicorns. And I'm showing you guys that, just like anybody else, no matter how much folks may think that you are in this world, as far as, because I'm just being honest, all the speaking engagements, the things that I'm involved in, people think that nothing happens like in your life. They think nothing happens in your life at all. And you got all these situations that happen. I just feel that, it just shows that, that every last one of us are human. Every last one of us are going to face tragedies. Every last one of us are going to face life obstacles that were just going to come out of nowhere. And so With that though, what's good about this, and I'm going to post this video that you guys are listening to right now. I'm going to post this on my man, husband, father channel as well, because all those things that happened since Thursday involves being a man, a husband, and a father. And just think about this too. Any of you that are mothers, how do you think my wife was acting when she saw my son whole apartment complex ceiling just crash down? It freaked her out. It freaked my wife completely out, folks. Look, all of us love our kids. We do. All fathers, I hope, of course, we love our sons and our daughters. Mothers, you love your sons and daughters. But I'm just talking about when it comes to something like this, yeah, mothers are completely just go haywire berserk. My wife was already, she's ready to sue everybody. She's ready to sue the people that made the ceiling. She's ready to sue the apartment complex. She's ready to sue the property manager. She's ready to sue the person that came and inspected the apartment on Thursday. you know she's ready to sue them. She's of course, the crying. Oh, I could have lost my baby, especially when my son showed her the video of the ceiling crashing down before he got out, and him and his girlfriend got out and everything like that. She and of course, as look, y'all, look at Fatal, like I'm with Mrs. Smithy. I know. And I have to be the one, like, babe, calm down. No, they was just over here. They were just over. He told them about the ceiling. She looked at the ceiling and said she was gonna put in an order. She should have done something that day. And my wife was, yeah, and I'm like, babe, you gotta understand, y'all. Let's keep it real. The women are gonna be emotional. So in times like that, as a man, I'm letting my wife have her time. Don't go, calm down, calm down. Don't do that. If you're listening to this right now, you might be a newly wed, or you might be newly into a relationship, a new husband. When a crisis like this arises or whatever like that, and they are, for, do not say to your wife, hey babe, just calm down. Just no, let them get it out, because they're emotional. She's thinking, my wife probably had a flashback from the day that she started breastfeeding him, to rocking him to sleep, to whenever he was having his asthma attack and different things like that. And whenever he first, my wife probably had all these flashbacks. And to see this video of my son going back and hearing his girlfriend scream as the ceiling crashed down, don't there is no room for you to go, calm down, calm down. No, let her have it out. And I let my wife have it out. So anyway, the Fatal said, you're right though, my son had a car accident while we were on the phone. He was okay, but I heard him scream, and then, yeah, I already know, y'all probably like, I know the phone went dead. I bet you did lose it. She said her son got in a car accident and the phone went dead, so she lost. Yeah, I know. Now, can you imagine during a time like that, that someone tells you calm down? I'm not about to tell my wife to calm down. I'm just sitting there letting her get it out, whatever. And anyway, um, after that, of course, there is a little bit of comedy in this, guys. There is a little comedy, and you know how it is, where once you find out that everything, oh, Donald Wilkinson, you kind of spoke too soon. Look, my son, y'all, hold on, wait a minute. Donna Wilkinson said, you are blessed to have an aware son and selfless, making sure the female got out. These children are our greatest gift, and never say calm down. Good advice. Yeah. Well, let me tell you something, Donna, that was funny. While my son was holding up the ceiling, while he was holding up the ceiling and telling his girlfriend to get up and come out, why did this fool yell at her and tell her, grab the PlayStation 5? It's funny now, man, but they okay, but I could not believe it. We didn't find this out till later, okay? And the only way I found out is because my wife told me. And the only way my wife knows is because the property management put my son in this suite. Okay? They put him in the suite for 4 days or whatever, right? It has a kitchen and everything. Nice, it's really nice. While me and my son was in the hotel, checking him in, checking the room out, and all that stuff like that, my wife was having a conversation with my son's girlfriend in the car. So when my son and his girlfriend got all settled and everything like that, I'm driving back with my wife. My wife goes, "You need to talk to Bry." I go, "Why?" She was like, "I think," I'm not gonna say his girlfriend's name. He's like, "I think you need to talk to him because I think he might have he this it upset me, but it upset his girlfriend too." I'm like, "Wait, what happened?" She said, "Do you know whenever he was telling her to get out because he was holding up the ceiling?" I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "Why did this boy tell her to grab the PS5 while he was?" And I'm laughing. I laughed later, but when my wife told me that, it was just a look of, "What? You kidding?" So we get home and we tell my youngest son. He was, of course, my youngest son made, he wanted to make sure everything was okay and all that too. And when my wife told my youngest son that his big brother held up this ceiling and told his girlfriend to grab the PS5, my youngest son started laughing and I bust out laughing too. But then I had a conversation with my oldest son. I said, hey, you know, have you talked with your girl about a certain situation involving the PlayStation? He goes, no. I said, did you seriously tell her to grab the PlayStation while you were holding up the ceiling? He goes, I didn't think it was going to come crashing down like it did. I said, you've been in my house. What? He moved out when he was what? Brian moved out when he was like what? 20? Yeah, 20, he was 19 or 20. I said, all these years you've been in my house and seeing what type of guy I am. What? He just went, Dad. He just, he was like, Dad, I just knew that I was not going to be able to stay in my apartment no more. And I knew in my mind that they was going to have to put me somewhere else. So I figured if they put me somewhere else, I'm going to be bored. So I was like, dude, what? You could have compromised her life. You idiot. What the heck? So I said to him, I said, do me a favor. And do yourself a favor. I said, have a conversation with her. Let her know. I said, apologize to her that you told her to grab the PS5 while you were holding up the ceiling while she was running out. I said, apologize to her. Tell her you are sorry. You were wrong. You are an idiot. You were stupid for telling her to do that while you held up the ceiling. Do that. Trust me when I tell you. So, um, yeah. So, guys, that's what happened from Thursday. I don't know, Red and Fade. I don't know if you guys are in here. I told them to sum this up. You see the title of this video. On Thursday, my wife's car stopped on her, and I had to leave work early. And when I left work early, I had to go help my wife out, jump started her, took her to AutoZone, bought her a brand new battery, put it in her car, sent her on her way. Went to my son's apartment on Thursday they had to do, I'm a co-signer, so they had to do an inspection on his apartment before he upgraded to a 2-bedroom apartment. My son showed them the ceiling crack in the house. The ceiling was slightly leaning. They put in the work order. That was on Thursday. And then, of course, what I'm telling you guys right now happened yesterday with the apartment complex ceiling came crashing down. Fire department showed up and everything like that. And they have to do a check to make sure there's no asbestos that was up in the roofing or anything like that. They thought that what caused it may have been rain and everything like that, but the fire department said no. They said everything is completely dry. The fire department said no. There's no wet. I mean, whatever was left up there in the ceiling, they said there's nothing wet up there. So they was like, no, that's not what caused it. So of course, my wife again, she wants to sue everybody because it is true. He did show the property manager and the inspector. He showed them the crack in the ceiling, and they said, "Oh, we're going to put in the work order." And my wife is like, "Yeah, it is. It is a thing, guys. That what if my son was in a deep sleep, and what if he was in a deep sleep and didn't hear the ceiling, and all that weight came crashing down on him and his girlfriend? Yeah. Then I would have gone berserk. Yeah, and there wouldn't have been no stopping that. Yeah, and everybody would have been getting sued. And then, of course, one of my good friends, his 1.5-year old son, died from a rare illness that his baby has been battling since about 4 months. His son came out. He was doing good. I'm gonna keep some stuff private. Some stuff, y'all know how I feel about some things. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, at 4 months, his son ended up getting sick, and they found out he has some rare condition that's not really found in babies. His son fought for pretty much a year and a half, and as of Saturday, his son passed away. So that's a lot of stuff that just happened from Thursday up to yesterday. And I just wanted to share with you guys because I tell people that a lot of folks see that when we do creating YouTube, Instagram, and all that, people really show just the glam side, the fun side, the good stuff, whatever like that of their lives. And a lot of people don't talk about some of these tragedy things that happen because I think it's a good thing to do that just to show that we are human and that, all of us go through a lot of stuff. I have subscribers on here right now who mothers are battling like cancer. I have subscribers on here right now who kids are in and out of surgery. And I'm making phone calls to the kids just to encourage them, just to make sure they're all right because their kids have been fond of my channel since, I mean, they're still kids. One of them is a teenager, one of them is a preteen, but they've been watching my channel since they were like 4 and 5 years old. So I'm making phone calls to these kids, just to encourage them. One had to get surgery a few weeks ago, whatever, and I called him and talked with him, before he went into surgery, and it just made his day. You just guys, you look. The thing is, you just never know. It doesn't take for you to be a content. It doesn't take for you to be a content creator. You mean something to somebody, and you may not know it. Your simple gestures, your simple words, your simple act of kindness can be like one of the most impactful things on somebody's life that can actually change the complete trajectory of their life just by a simple gesture that you did. Let me tell you something that I think was one of the most heartfelt, nicest things that all of you guys ever done for me. Kara and Wendy, you guys are in here right now. Non-lethal, you might be in here too. You guys have sent me all kinds of stuff, gifts, birthday cards, Halloween stuff. You guys have sent me all kinds of stuff. But I'm telling you right now, I think one of the most heartfelt things that you guys as the subscribers ever did for me and my family, y'all sent us those gifts after Balin died. It was like like, I don't even know how to explain that. It was just an overwhelming feeling of just gratitude and humbleness and thankfulness that you guys sent the gifts that you sent after my dog passed away. And it's just one of those deals, guys. This is what I'm saying. You just never know who you just don't know what you mean to people, period. You just do not know. So if there's anybody that you know that you may be a peer over, encourage them. Say good things. What? What is it saying? I cannot read it. Okay, what did I push? What did I just push? Stop. Why are you showing my swing? What the heck? I'm trying to read the comments, guys, and they ended up turning on to it ended up turning on the flip button. Ooh, I see some of y'all are getting in trouble. Some of y'all are saying some things you should not be saying. And that's why your comment is being monitored by Red. So anyway, what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Um, yeah, make sure that if you know that you are like a peer to somebody. It can be a kid, it can be a niece, it can be a nephew. Simple words of encouragement can completely change their day. Simple words of encouragement can completely change, their atmosphere. It can change a lot of things with them. So, Wendy, I just read what you said right there. Text me to let me know what's going on. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, you guys make sure that y'all stay blessed. Make sure you check up on your family members. Make sure you call somebody that you think that wouldn't even care if you called them. Just send them a text. Hey, I just want to let you know I was thinking about you and hope everything is going well with you. Just do that. You just never know. Somebody can be on the verge of just losing it all, mentally, whatever. And just a simple call from you or a text from you of encouragement can completely change. Just try it. Watch. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Be on the lookout for the video I'm going to post when I go in my studio later today, showing you guys what happened to my son's apartment, right? With that being said, folks, I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through